Welcome back to Legendary Metal Games. I'm your host, Joe, and we are going to take a quick detour back to the Commonwealth for a minute, just to go ahead and repair this armor that we used to stress test its ability. At the end of the last episode, if you didn't see it, we are going to see just how much this new power armor can tank, and we basically got one of the super mutant bombers to blow up on it, and have a vehicle blow up on it both, and all it did was just take out the two legs. So, outstanding coverage. Let's go ahead and get it repaired in the power armor station. All you had to do is get out of it, and then you can walk up to it, and again, as you can see here, just use steel to repair the pieces. Now, the better power armor you get, it's gonna cost more than just regular steel. But also, as you can see, we are finally gonna get the Perk Magazine that's been hiding here in Sanctuary Hills, and literally could have been the very first one we got, but literally just kept overlooking it every time we came here. So, let's go ahead and head back to our actual house over here. And right on the table where we saw it in the past, yes. Grognak the Barbarian. So there's Perk Magazine 17. And while we're in the Commonwealth, let's go ahead and head over to the Corvega Assembly Plant. Now, if you saw the live stream, I feel like I'm saying that every episode now, you would see that we actually did find the bobblehead here. And we cleared it out on the live stream. So there shouldn't be any enemies here now. We should be perfectly clear to finally walk around this facility. Now that, as you can see on the left, our power armor is fully healed. So all pieces back to full health. All you had to do was just use a little bit of steel, and I think for the core it took one or two more items, but that was pretty much it. Now, let's go ahead and make our way all the way to the roof. And now that we're up top, let's go ahead and explore. This, to me, is my favorite part of the Corvega Assembly Plant, just because this is the part that really makes it stand out. It literally has a jungle gym of stuff on top of it, and I honestly wish more places would flesh locations out like this, because the inside of the plant just always, to me, looked like cookie cutter generic. It feels like you could easily mistake this facility for any other one in the Commonwealth that just looks like generic dungeon number 2. But when you get on top of it, that's when its true character shines. I mean, look at this. You've got the views of the city, which really is your first look at the city if you're playing the game normally. And on top of this, you've got so many good collectibles for your settlements here. Up top, the scaffolding, the catwalk, everything, this is iconic. And to me, this is really what sets the Corvega Assembly Plant apart. I just wish more attention was given to the inside of the facility, because this is amazing. I mean, there's no way you could mix this up with Macrofish packing or Lebowski. So, let's go ahead and continue our way up. As you can see, it is literally a jungle gym, and just look at those views. You can take some amazing pictures from up here. Just spin it around, get a perfect angle on any of the buildings you want to look at. And again, I absolutely love this part. It's my favorite part of the entire location. So let's go ahead, keep making our way up and over. We're basically getting ourselves all the way to the right and all the way up, making sure to check out these little buildings along the way for anything we can get, like oil, magnifying glasses, chems, anything. They are basically in all of these little offices, and this is the spotlight control. I don't know if it'll stay deactivated when the enemies respawn here eventually, but at least we'll deactivate it for now. So we continue our way up, and up here at the very, very top of the facility, literally make it as iconic as possible, is going to be the Repair Bobblehead. So get all the way to the end of the line, as high up and as far over as you can go. Absolutely love how they pulled this off. I mean, just look at that view. And when you're in power armor, you don't take fall damage. So, let's go ahead, get the Repair Bobblehead, which absolutely is going to help, especially now that we have power armor. And let's go ahead and walk the plank, as old Captain Joe would say. Boom! back down, and let's head back to Far Harbor. So, back to our main adventure. We've got to explore the locations that DiMA's memories told us about. So let's start at the old pond house, which I don't think we've ever explored yet. I think that's one of the ones kind of like that Northwood quarry. They are definitely going to need their own episodes because we literally just keep using them as fast travel locations, but we've not actually explored either of them. So instead, let's continue on southwest of here, and we are going to make our way toward the Grand Hotel. This is the first of the locations, and this is starting our quest to get the nuclear launch key. So, based on the memories, we know that we have to get the nuclear launch key, which can launch the nukes from the submarine base at the nucleus. We also know we need to get the override for the wind turbines, which can screw over Far Harbor. So, we need to make sure we have both of these pieces in hand so we can either confront DiMA about it, or we can get one of the two different alternate endings. So, as you can see here, we've got an erratic radstag doe. So, it is one of the rare radstags that actually will attack you. Right there with, I think, the rabid one and the glowing one. So, right there, fast forwarded a little bit, is the Grand Hotel itself. Obviously, nothing else happened between the Ragstag and here. That's just to save time. So, now that we're here, get ready. We've got super mutants everywhere. And if you saw last episode with the Vim Pop facility, you know just how we deal with super mutants now. They come at us with their boards and their sledgehammers, but we come at them with the equalizer. Bazinga! So, harvester in hand, let's go. Literally, they can do absolutely nothing to this thing. If you saw last episode, you'll see we literally stun-locked a behemoth with it, and it was a behemoth that was strong enough to one-shot us. So they are absolutely helpless to this thing, because it's upgraded once, so it can disarm them as soon as it hits them, and it attacks so flipping fast, its ability to stun your opponent can almost completely stun lock them. I think the only one that's ever been able to hit us has been the Super Mutant Butcher. So, let's keep it going. As you can see right there, Harbor Grand Hotel, and even though it's foggy, just know it's very big. It's not very big inside, though. The outside is very big. So, let's go ahead over here as we are literally getting sniped. That is our one major weakness to our harvester over here, as we just kind of meander our way over. You know, I'm so used to running faster than the speed of sound that I cannot get used to using power armor again. It just feels like you are so dang slow, even though I know you're not. If I had a way to just infinitely get fusion cores reliably, I know you can do it with, I think, oh, what's her name? Ada or Cleo from Good Neighbor. I know she will sell you 5 fusion cores and you can just keep resetting her inventory over and over and over again. But oddly enough, we have not been to Good Neighbor yet. And that's because I'm trying to max out affinities with Nick and Codsworth, who's here with me at the moment. That way we have all of those initial companions done before we start getting into the better ones like Hancock and McCready. So, let's go ahead. Again, there's the Brute. He had a sledgehammer, now he don't have a sledgehammer. As you can see, just like the others, can't do a dang thing. Literally, the Butcher is the only one that seems to have a chance of even fighting back. It is that broken. I'm starting to feel cheap for even using it. I feel like we need to switch weapons just to give them a chance. I mean, even the Legendary, we don't even care that he mutates. Just get the heck out of here. I mean, this thing was overpowered enough. You add into it a custom T-51 power armor, and you've just become literally unkillable, just about. which I guess is perfect for our adventures. I mean, it's not like you're wanting to see me flop over every 2 hits from something. So let's continue on. That legendary armor piece was actually pretty neat, but we've got the champion armor. Still not interested at the moment. As we go ahead, get the brutes down as we are breaking the laws of physics on this A-frame shingle. And off you go into the abyss. So there's your confirmation. Do enemies take fall damage? Apparently, yes. And right there, go ahead and take out the other brute. We are overweight. I don't even care at this point. Just get what we need. We'll sort the weight issue out later. It's obviously because we have way too many weapons and way too many armor pieces with us. That is the one downside to us using the power armor, is we don't gain the strength bonuses that we have on the armor we're wearing, which is weird because my carrying capacity on my actual armor is 390, but when I jump in power armor, it drops to like 310. So that definitely messes us up a little bit. We'll have to rearrange things. As you can see, there was the greatest hope that they had against us, and it definitely did not hit the mark. So let's continue on. As you can see, there's a vase inside there, so I have a feeling we need to get more toward the inside of this facility to actually get our nuclear launch key. So again, the whole idea is we can either use it to launch the nuclear missiles from the submarine in the nucleus and just blow up everything, causing, as they say, division, or we can confront DiMA about it. Since, you know, he did his best to hide it, I guess. Although he clearly still remembered where the key was, you know, for reasons. I mean, DiMA just gets shadier and shadier the deeper we get into this. So let's go ahead. Believe me, when we confront him in probably the next episode about all this stuff, he's definitely to have some splaining to do. Although I would like to get Codsworth finished first, because I want to get Nick back into things when DiMA starts on his actual main questline stuff. So again, Enforcer out of here, no time for this. As we go ahead, raid everything, making our way along the banisters. And again, these guys are sniping from every direction. And you can see there on the left, you can notice when your power armor pieces are getting damaged. So, yellow, they're at full health or at least good health when they're yellow. When they turn red, you need to be keeping an eye on it. Danger, it's about to break. And then they'll just vanish completely off of your power armor when they break. They go back into your inventory and unequip themselves. So, let's go ahead now that we're here, and let's look for a way in, because somehow we gotta get inside this place. Right there's our marker, and looks like, can we jump down? Yes. So just like this, we can finally get into the Grand Hotel itself, get all the goodies, and we are out of here. So now that we are on the inside, you notice up top we get 2 of our holotapes here, and if you notice the holotape discrepancy in the numberings, because we had number 5 in the last episode with the Vim Pop Factory. Well, it turns out the CEO's holotape that literally did nothing other than just unlock his computer terminal, apparently that counted as one of the 15 holotapes. So, technically we got number 5 and 6 last episode. So, let's go ahead and make our way through this madness. You know, we literally had the perfect jump on the Super Mutant. We switched to Reba and somehow things just don't seem to be going as quickly. Makes no sense to me how the Harvester is dealing with them better than the stinking 50 cal is. Just shows how ridiculously overpowered it is, and it's not even full strength. Imagine when we get it all the way up and it does bleed damage on top of everything. You know, at that point it'll disarm them, it'll stun lock them, and it'll inflict bleed damage, basically making the thing an instant kill for anything it touches. Stun locking, disarming, and bleeding them out. It is unbelievable. Although, to be honest, I think you do need, I think it was Blacksmith level 4 to get that final upgrade. So you do have to throw a lot of perks at it to get it fully maxed out. So it's not like they're just giving you an unstoppable weapon and saying, here, go beat the game. Now, this area is just confusing as heck. I mean, it's a hotel, I guess it would make sense. But I wish some of the places looked a little bit more different than the other places, because right now it is rough to navigate. It's on one of the side wings, what we're looking for, and I think that's what makes it hard to find, is not only is it on one of the side wings, but it's literally hidden behind a keypad. That's literally hidden on one of the walls. So they really went out of their way to try and keep this location as secure as humanly possible. And the drama that we will find inside of here is really, really cool. These two holotapes are essentially the final messages of the two people that were in charge of that nuclear launch key. And as you can see, right now, our right arm is broke. So, it is no longer red, it is completely off. So that means it jumped back into our inventory. It's no longer equipped. So if you looked at the power armor, we would have nothing on our right arm. So, always keep that in mind. It is power armor, but it's T51. That's basically a leg up from the bottom. The T45, I think. And then they just get better from there. I think, what does it go? I think it's T60 something, and then 70 some is the highest one. All I know is they look more alien the higher up they get. This is kind of the quintessential one. The poster one from Fallout 3. As we go ahead and just blow up everything here, and Brute thinks it's got a chance. Unfortunately, Brute doesn't have a weapon to fight back with, as we literally just run through them like a hot knife through butter. Oh, don't worry, Mirelurks are gonna get it here in a minute too. As soon as we're out of this location, we get to see how the Mirelurks stand up to a harvester. I'm not even gonna spoil it. It'll be happening soon. So let's go ahead through here. And now, as you can see, we found kind of a makeshift kitchen in the back. Or I guess where they stored stuff. Let's go ahead through here, and somewhere around here should be our keypad. Again, is literally just like stuck in one of the side walls. As we go ahead, take everything of any value as we go through here, just raiding the destroyed rooms. And these holotapes will end up putting us officially at 8 of 15. So that'll get us just past the halfway point for all the holotapes in Far Harbor. And apparently there's one location, I don't know if it's a story location, but apparently it's in the southwest somewhere. Again, I use that Fallout 4 interactive map to keep track of all the collectibles. And apparently there's a location in the southwest part of the island that has like 4 of them, all in one spot. So I would say there's a lot of story tied up there, but I'm not sure if it's part of the main story. Might just be a neat side area. And you see, right there's the keypad. Punch it, and now we let ourselves in to the secret room. And we'll find a grisly sight. There's a dead woman on the ground with a pistol. And not only is there a dead woman on the ground with a pistol, as we go ahead, unlock the safe to get the goodies. Again, it's an expert lock safe, so it's got much better loot. Actual money and ammo and silver. Really good. And just take all the good stuff that they've got over here. For our items, the terminal's the big thing, but you can also see there's a soldier on the bed that didn't make it here, who also had a pistol. So, we know 2 holotapes are coming up. We gotta figure this mess out. I mean, soldier on his bed with a gun, and dead woman on the ground with a gun. Something big went down here in this secret area. As you can see from the terminal, you can go ahead and rip the holotape out. That's holotape number 7. Now, as soon as you have that, the other holotape is right here. Let's see what happened.
Franny, it's me. I'm at the Grand. In our old suite. 485130. That's the key to the safe room they installed in case of the bombs. Franny, I need you to come quick. I don't know when they'll be coming for me, so I prepped the boat in case we need to make a rapid exit. But I can't be a part of this. Nuclear war? I won't do it. And I'm not gonna let anyone else use my submarine to blow up the damn world. Please, Franny. I need you here. If this is the end, let's spend it together.
Where I can see them. Now, where is the key?
Franny, put the gun down. What exactly do you think you're going to accomplish?
My job. You're going to give me that key, and I'm going to get paid.
Paid? The world's over. Are you really...
Scream all you want, Arnie. Everyone's been evacuated. It's just you and me. Now focus. Where is the key?
Rot in hell!
We can do this all day, Arnie.
Fine. The hell's it matter? It's on the boat. Fringe Cove Docks. Combinations 44, 6, 75, 12.
Now, was that so hard? So long, Captain. Now where the hell's the release to this...
Sorry, Franny. You're stuck with me.
What an absolutely amazing story. So we finally found the owner of the submarine that is in the nucleus. So yes, he is the holder of the launch key. That was his submarine as we head back to Northwood Ridge Quarry, a location we always seem to fast travel to get everywhere, and head on toward the Fringe Cove Docks. As we're heading there, let's continue. So, he owned the submarine, and it was his job to send the nukes. He was refusing, he was hiding out, and he wanted to be with Franny, apparently a love interest of his, for the final moments. Unfortunately, Franny was apparently getting money if she could retrieve the key. Maybe he had been reported to his supervisors, and they sent others in to retrieve it so that they could complete the mission. I don't know for sure, we're not really told that. But either way, she came in, guns blazing, literally shooting him in his own bed. She was going to take the key by force. He gave her the information, but he did not let her leave. He got her on the way out. So both of them go down, all to keep that nuclear launch key safe and unused. Absolutely outstanding, the degree of world building in this. As we go ahead, as you can see, this is a little like halfway underwater village that you find on the way to the Fringe Cove Docks. And you can see our power arbor has literally taken an absolute beating. But don't worry, this time we're not dealing with super mutants anymore. So you notice the first few locations that we went to in Far Harbor, it was all about the ghouls. It was all feral ghouls everywhere. And now we had super mutants everywhere, between the Vim Pop Factory and the Harbor Grand Hotel. Well, now we're finally going to get the ultimate of our set of monsters here at the Fringe Cove Docks. What do we always have by the water? Of course, the dang Mirelurks. The Mirelurks And unfortunately, we do have a freaking kill claw here. So, let's go ahead, get the soft shell stuck in the middle. He can be the Oreo cream filling, as we are doing everything to avoid that kill claw until we can get stun locked. And right there, as you can see, they are harder to stun lock with the harvester, but not impossible. You really just have to kind of back them into a corner, because if you watch our health down there, we're not really taking damage, except for when he's able to get one of those swipes off. So, back him into a corner, and then we're not going to be taking anything. You know, he's going to take an eternity to go down because, unfortunately, the harvester does have one weakness, and that is, even though it stun locks the enemy, even though it disarms the enemy, it really does not do a lot of damage. As you can see, we took a pretty good hit there because he's literally like glitching through the truck over here. So if they are able to break away and actually hit you, or if you're unfortunate enough to try and hit an enemy that just does not stun, you can be in a world of trouble. So just having this one weapon does not win you the game, even if you upgrade it all the way. So, just like that, the kill claw is out of here, and we are not going to waste a ton of time here because there's something really cool I want you to see just outside of the dock here. So, as you can see, the main way in is master locked. We'll have to go around. And by that, I literally just mean scaling the building Skyrim style as we go in up top to get the trunk. And there, let's go ahead, dump everything we don't need, get in our suit, and let's go for a swim. Literally, we're just gonna jump off into the water because the boat it was on sank. And it's right down here. So let's swim down here. As you can see, we are lightning fast with our power armor. It is kind of crazy. So, in the meantime, let's go ahead. Now that we're out of our power armor and in our diving suit, meaning we can breathe underwater, let's go ahead and explore. You notice, normally we would be taking 10 rads of damage per second. Instead, we're getting less than 1. And I know it's less than 1 because I even used Radix, and we still only get the 1 moniker. But if you keep looking under the water here as I'm trying to break the surface, you notice something on the horizon here. Something is sticking out. And this is what is so cool, and one of the reasons I wanted the diving suit to begin with. So you see this thing in the distance? Well, what is it? It almost looks like the top of something. Like a possible mast or... Oh. Look how big this is. Is this an underwater base? A facility? What in the world did we discover? Well, let's keep swimming down, and holy cow, we actually found us a completely, fully intact, submerged ship down here with its own containers. But there is something creepy about the ship. Head on in, and what do you see in the ports? Very unfortunately for us, we've got ourselves mannequins staged to look like people. Now this tends to be something I've noticed that Far Harbor does, because they have another ship that's literally dedicated to it, where they even point out the fact of the creepy mannequins. But from what I heard from Oxhorn before, they're really there just to kind of showcase the actual people that were on the boat. So in other words, they had people down below, and this is where they would have been when everything went down. That's my best interpretation of it, because the mannequins have always been supernatural in this series. They have been reported to be seen moving in the game, and I always thought that was just some kind of weird mod, but no, people have recorded it. There are certain mannequins in the Commonwealth that actually do move if you watch them. So there's something always been supernatural about them, and I just love the way they did this. As you can see, if you didn't have the diving suit, I mean, you'd really have no reason to even come out here. But if you notice that one skeleton up top and actually explored, you could literally see this giant submerged vessel. I mean, I absolutely love this, and that's why I wanted to get the diving suit so bad. Obviously, the Aqua Boy and Aqua Girl perks make this irrelevant. but it also is the extra perk investment once we got our endurance at least to 5, which I think we just got it to 5 last episode. I think we're finally going to get it up to 6 when we finish this quest. So the last part of the quest, now we have the nuclear key, is to get the code for the wind turbine. So let's head back to Echo Lake Lumber, our amazing settlement that I am absolutely going to be doing a ton of stuff with. My gosh, I had no idea this settlement is as big as it is. It's enormous. So let's go ahead over this way. And this time we are going west of it, again, still in our diving suit, because we are going to need to go swimming. Let's go ahead through here. Actually, I don't think we put the suit on. I think we took it back off. That's why we're moving so fast. Because, you know, us with our dang pirate hat can somehow break land speed records. But we definitely need to get it on, because as you can see there, we've got water everywhere. And now we're not taking as much rads. So now we've got it on. Let's go ahead. It is literally all the way to the westernmost tip of the map. So it's gonna get beautiful, especially considering we've got a rad storm going on. and we do not even care. We are not even showing damage right now, as we just ignore the trappers, get to the westernmost end of Far Harbor, and let's go ahead and jump on in. As you can see there, we've got submerged houses again, but these have been just completely demolished. But that's not to say they don't have cool stuff in them. As you can see right there, we still have steamer trunks here, or wooden crates, whatever they want to call them. I love that we have the dolphin shark thing in the bathtub. It seems like the dungeon makers just had a field day with this area, because you've got half sunken boats and everything over here as we just keep making our way west. And again, the diving suit makes everything so much easier here, because you don't have to worry about radiation. Otherwise, you'd be taking 10 rads per second with all this water. I mean, you'd be practically glowing by the time you ever got there. As we keep going, no ships in this immediate area or anything sunken that was interesting that I could find, at least in this immediate area. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff down here. Again, you can see how well my visibility is on console underwater. I really need to find a way to get that better. And up here is going to be DiMa's cache. So, let's go ahead with our new location, literally on the edge of the planet, and go ahead and dig it up. So, as you can see here, as soon as we get it done, with the rad storm just swirling off in the distance, we can go ahead and get the wind turbine kill switch. And just like that, we finally complete the massive quest to get all of our items from DiMa's memories. So now we've got the nuclear code to launch the nukes from the sub. We've got the kill switch to deactivate the condensers so that Far Harbor can be overrun. So we can either nuke everything, or we can just let monsters overtake the entire city. It's completely up to us now. Obviously, our other quest is to just confront DiMa about all this. Now, if you're looking for the best possible ending of Far Harbor, we have to replace Tectus. It's not the morally best option, but it's the option that keeps everyone alive and friendly. So, let's go ahead as we finally put a wrap on this episode, back in our home, still getting ready for Christmas, with our lovely tree there, making this place actually starting to feel like home for a change, right before we inevitably switch over to the Echo Lake Lumber Mill, because come on, that place is enormous with so much possibilities. So, if you've not already, please check out the Fallout 4 playlist. Like, share, comment, subscribe, so more people can see our videos, and we will see you back next time. Take care, everyone. You too, Codsworth.